All right, guys, what's going on with y'all, bro? This is Brian's Fragrances coming back with another video. Okay, so look, today we is going to be talking about should you buy Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill in 2025. So as you guys know about the LV house, right? They get expensive. They get really expensive. Okay, when I say expensive, I'm not talking about no $100 to $200. No, LV bottles literally go around for up to $450. That ain't a joke. That's a whole paycheck. All right, that's a whole paycheck for some people, right? But I didn't really do too much looking into the LV line. The only one I looked into was Pacific Chill, and I really like that one. And you could technically say I smelled Imagination, kinda, because Game of Spades is supposed to be a very good clone of it. Game of Spades, Full House. And yes, some people say this is a really dead one-to-one clone. And this is a really nice scent. I gotta say Game of Spades Full House is a really nice scent. It's a nice black tea, minty type of vibe to it. It smell like a cup of, it literally smell like a cup of rich people tea. This is kind of what this smell like rich people at a table drinking tea, like the best tea that you can get. All right, but LV Pacific Chill is going to be one of those fragrances that you should definitely own in 2025. I will definitely say that. Right. And I'm not even one for like hopping on a train, but this one deserves all the hype that it gets. This one is a nice, I could say it's sort of like a kiwi with some tea. It's still sticking with that black tea from Game of Spades Full House. It's still sticking with that nice black tea, but it got some watery nuances to it. Bro, I'm talking about fresh water. I'm talking about, damn, like it kind of got a minty vibe to it too. It's almost like a minty kiwi sort of vibe with some watery nuances to it. And yes, you definitely need to have a full bottle of Pacific Chill in 2025, even though I know it pretty much get expensive over there. But you know, I still want to look into the other fragrances from that house, like City of Stars. I still want to look into Ombre Nomad and all of that. And yeah, bro, this one is very nice. Look, like I said, I'm not even one for gassing fragrances up, but this one is worth every penny, every dollar, every nickel, whatever you want to say. This one is something that you need to have. You know what I mean? And what's funny is I'm not even a Freshie fan, but I'm a big fan of this one. I'm not even a Freshie fragrance fan, but this one is that fragrance. This one is something that I think you need to have in the collection for sure. And you need to have Game of Spades Full House. But, you know, see, this fragrance right here, Pacific Chill, this one is like you on a tropical island. You just got it going on. You on a nice vacation. You just surrounded by the trees. You just surrounded by the full body of water. And you smell like kiwi, little bit of tea, little minty vibe in there too, but not really minty as Game of Spades Full House. But this is a bomb fragrance. Guys, look, this is one I think you gotta look into. Now, as for clones go, I do not know how close that clones get to. I don't know how close that clones get to the OG Pacific Chill. I really do not know. But I'm gonna definitely look into some clones of this. But you know, to see how close that it get, because like I said, LV fragrances could be a little expensive, you know, on a little expensive side. But this one is something I highly recommend. If you get any fragrance from the house of LV, right, this one, I can definitely tell you, this is going to be the one that I think that you should get so far. From what I smell, I think this should be the first one that you should get. Now, Full House, if this is close to Imagination, you should also get this. But at first, I preferred Full House over Pacific Chill. Now I'm like, hell no, I got Pacific Chill over Full House. Yeah, I think I got Pacific Chill over Full House. I just like this vibe a lot. But this was Brian's Fragrances coming back with another video. Y'all talk back in for the next one.